Hello, Yu-Gi-Oh friends. Do any of you guys have one of these decklists? They're pretty cool. I mean, you can hold your deck and it goes around your neck. I was just wondering because, I mean, it was like $3, and if any of you finds one of these, you should get one. This is a competitive, extremely fast, and consistent Dragon Master Knight one-turn kill deck. This deck is pretty amazing, and it's not just because I made it myself. I mean, I put a lot into this deck. Like, when I was first looking at these decks online, they all sucked. Like, you don't run Blue Eyes in this deck. Like, you're not trying to make Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon here. Like, King of the Swamp, epic. He just a substitute for any monster. So, let's get going. So here's the deck list, and before I start, I just want to say it runs similar to Exodia decks. Anyways, we're going to have one Cyber Valley. This is a tech card. It's not very important to the rest of the deck, but all three of its effects really help you out here. You can end the battle phase, you can, remove a monster that you've already summoned from play and draw 2 cards, which you're just going to have guys sitting here because you don't really use the field at all. Like one day of peace, you'll be through with the entire deck in like 2 turns. It's retarded. Okay, next we're gonna have 3. Well, I've got 1 Manju and 2 Senju, but basically you summon these guys, and you can add a Black Luster Soldier from your deck to your hand, and we'll be running 3 Black Luster Soldier. So 1 Cyber Valley, 3 of these guys. And then we've got 4 substitutes. 1 Goddess of the Third Eye, and 3 King of the Swamp. King of the Swamp is a great substitute because you can also discard him from your hand to add a Polymerization from your deck to your hand. So we've got 1 Goddess and 3 Kings, and the reason I have the Goddess is just to improve consistency because you will easily get the Black Luster Soldier to your hand. It's getting the substitutes that you have to draw these guys. So then 4 of those guys. Next is the other tech card besides Cyber Valley. We've got Lava Golem. Lava Golem is your other out besides Dark Hole. The basic strategy of this deck, you're going to draw through the deck, and you're going to get either Trap Stun or Heavy Storm, and either Dark Hole or Lava Golem. And the other good thing about Lava Golem is he's an 8-star, so we can discard him with Trade-In, which we're going to be running 3 of. So 1 Lava Golem, and he gets around anything. Like, you've got, say your opponent has 2 Evil Kaisers on the field, like negate anything, Solemn Judgment on legs, man. You can tribute them for Lava Golem. It's retarded, but you can do it. 3 Black Luster Soldiers. This is so funny, like when you're dueling people and they don't know what you're running. You summon a Senju or a Manju, and you add one of these to your hand, and it's like that. So we've got 3 Black Luster Soldier. It's the heart of the deck because you use Trade-In to draw with this guy, and oh man, it's just look at the art. Like, it's beautiful. Like, and if I stared at it too long, I'd probably cry. But anyways, now it's for the spells. These are all the monsters you run. So spells: 1 Dark Hole, 1 Heavy Storm, 2 Megamorph. This is the other OTK card of the deck. When you summon your Dragon Master Knight, you will have less life points than your opponent. These Megamorphs, 10,000 attack. That's the OTK. You can attack over any monster they have and do over 8,000 damage. It's pretty amazing. Then we've got 2 Polymerization. It's not very important to this deck because most of the time you're going to be using Dragon's Mirror to make Dragon Master Knight, but these guys really help out. I mean, it puts them in the graveyard so you can make 2 a turn pretty easily, like Polymerization. Send these 2 to the graveyard from your hand. They're in the graveyard. Then you can activate Dragon's Mirror, remove them from play, and another Dragon Master Knight. It's pretty awesome. And also, it thins out the deck when you discard King of the Swamp to add it to your hand. So 2 Polymerization. Then we've got 3 Dragon's Mirror. It's what you use to make Dragon Master Knight. I mean, not much needs to be said there. The rest of the cards in this deck are all draw cards, and it's to improve consistency. we've got 3 Upstart Goblin, 3 One Day of Peace, and this will allow you to... You can just activate this card and just wait. It's just... Like, your opponent can't do anything about it. Yeah, they draw a card, but it doesn't really matter because the whole point is just clearing their whole field, attacking for game in 1 turn. Then, oh no. 3 Pot of Duality, it's a given. I mean, improves the consistency of the deck. It's definitely needed. Then we've got 3 Hand Destructions. These guys put the stuff you need in the graveyard, and it ends up being a -1, but it helps you sift through the deck. Absolutely necessary. Lastly, for the spells, we've got 3 Trade-In. This work... I burped. Lastly, for the spells, we've got 3 Trade-In. This works with Blackluster Soldier or Lava Golem. If you already have Dark Hole, or if you just want to draw, I would suggest using it on Lava Golem, but, I mean, you can do whatever you want. And then for the traps, 3 Reckless Greed. You won't be able to draw for 2 turns, but you won't really need your draw phase after you activate this guy. And if you get 2 starting hand, it's just so good. Like, you set both of them, and then you just draw 4th. Like, you've basically won at that point. And then lastly, 1 Trap Stun. This is because I originally didn't run this, but 1 Heavy Storm was not enough, and Starlight Road just... Starlight Road's really the only thing that I think can really stop this deck, because you have outs to everything. That and maybe like Macrocosmos, but you can get rid of that with the side deck too. Okay, so this is a basic overview of the whole deck if you just want to see it like this. We've got 1 Cyber Valley, 3 Searchers for Blackluster Soldier, 4 Substitutes, 3 of them can get Polymerization, 1 Lava Golem, 3 Blackluster Soldier, Dark Hole, Heavy Storm, 2 Megamorph, 2 Poly, 3 Dragon's Mirror, 3 Upstart, 3 One Day of Peace, 3 Duality, 3 Trade-In, 3 Hand Destruction, 3 Reckless Greed, and 1 Trap Stun. For the extra deck, we've got 3 Dragon Master Knight, 1 Dark Paladin, 1 Black Skull Dragon, 1 Black Meteor Dragon, and 1 Elemental Hero Gaia, and 2 off-screen Elemental Hero Absolute Zeros. And for the side deck, we've got Summon Skull, Red Eyes Black Dragon, Cyber Valley, Goddess with the Third Eye, Buster Blader, 2 more Lava Golems, a Monster Reborn, 2 Lightning Vortex, 2 Miracle Fusion, 1 Different Dimension Reincarnation, 1 Fusion Recovery, and 1 Trap Stun. And that is all for this deck.